Choso did it, guys. He did it. He managed to get Kenjaku to a point where he had to release, or basically, in a sense, reveal his curse technique. Because at the end, he was like, oh, shit. You know, because he wasn't expecting that kind of buckshot surrounding blood attack. And he had to do it. He didn't even want to do it, but he had to do it. And right as that happens, guess who appears? Yuki Tsukumo, ready to go. And she's got her little cursed spirit thing behind her, which, again, we've seen it multiple times in the anime, in panels. Whenever she's on the battlefield, she's got that flying thing around her. I don't know what that thing does, but that's going to be super, super key, right? But anyway, let's just go over the chapter, man. It starts off crazy. Choso gets a bunch of motivation from his brothers, just basically saying to himself, you know, he's doing it for them. Even though they're all a bunch of experimental, weird, quote-unquote, by Kenjaku failures, their relationship is interesting, but even still, they're his brothers, right? So, it's a little heartfelt, right? But he goes crazy. So he starts with the piercing blood, and Kenjaku confidently says, look, as long as I dodge the initial attack, it doesn't matter what trajectory it goes in, it's not going to be as fast, and it's not going to be as good. So I'm decent. And, like he says, dodges it the first time, right? He's got nothing to be afraid of. They continue the fight. He basically swishes the piercing blood from left to right, and he continues to dodge it with ease. He throws and uses a bunch of cursed spirits to help dodge and distract him. And then we get Wing King, which is I'm guessing this is kind of like a combination of Echizu's cursed technique, right? And because they're all experimental, I think he's kind of, in a sense, evolved to the point where he can use his brother's techniques because they all share the same blood, right? And he says, a mere imitation, huh? And then he dodges again with one of the other another cursed spirit that he just summons under his feet. And then it continues on and on. Choso gets attacked by some cursed spirits, and again, Kenjaku's just chilling, right? He talks about once you imbue tracking into a skill, it can't be as fast as piercing blood. As your parent, I'm not affected by the poison in your blood, so that's not going to help either. And if we remember, when he went up against Naoya was poisoned. And then he kind of does this really cool technique, right? He basically gets in the stance and he throws like this elastic arm. This elastic like arm, but it's his blood that's connecting his arm, right? He grabs Kenjaku, throws him on the floor, and then connects the arm back and punches him. But it's blocked by another cursed spirit. Kenjaku's just chilling. And then he tries to like do a little second attack, but Kenjaku gets out the way, and they keep, they've got a bunch of things that, sorry, let me slow down. Kenjaku's basically like, look, your techniques are below par. And this is when it happens. Tracking is just a canal to bring compressed blood to your side, right? And what he meant by that is he just did that to bring blood all around him, and Kenjaku noticed it. And that's when the supernova happened, right? And then out of nowhere, everything around him just drops below. It just drops, right? And he was like, a dud. No way. That was a buckshot attack from all sides. And then Kenjaku was like, shit. They were all knocked down. You finally used it. Something other than cursed spirit manipulation. Out of nowhere. Our girl Yuki Tsukumo. I might be an only child, but you're damn awesome, Oni-chan. And she comes out ready to go. Ready to go. I'm excited, right? And it says information gleaned from the bonds of brotherhood. Next up, special grade Yuki Tsukumo. So Choso's alive. So this could be a 2v1. And honestly, even though she is a special grade, we know Kenjaku is on that level too. So whatever is needed to defeat this guy, Kenjaku, right, is needed. But we know that... Okay, let's break this down, guys. Let's break it down. So, the surrounding blood was around Kenjaku. He activates Supernova. The blood, right, it looks like he says they were all knocked down. Everything surrounding him completely destroyed except him. So, maybe gravity technique? Maybe... I don't know. I mean, the first thing I'm thinking is honestly gravity. I'm trying to think at what would knock it down. What would knock it down? It's not a barrier thing. It has to be something to do with gravity, and that's my prediction. Kenjaku's original curse technique might be related to gravity. And look, Yuki Tsukumo seems to have figured it out because she jumped right the hell out and is ready to go. So yeah, guys, I'm really curious as to what you guys think may be happening here. I want to know what you think Kenjaku's powers are and what do you think Yuki Tsukumo can do. Please let me know in the comments. Alright guys, another great chapter.